What do you think is the biggest misconception traditional brands could have about trying to market to gamers?
The global brands are not treating their esports like a new opportunity for their advertisements. Here in sports, we have more opportunities for the brand integrations, and we more close to the audience. Any viewer can reach to us in any given moment during the broadcast.
If you had to give one piece of advice to a CMO entering the esports marketing space or industry, what would it be?
You have to have a good sales unit. You need your budget. So this is the first advice, and the second advice, since once you get your budget, spend it. Put everything into the work.
How's it going? Welcome to the future of consumer marketing. My name is Andres Figueira, and I'm going to be your host for today. I'm located in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and this episode is brought to you by the Global Talent Company, a company that is connecting top remote professionals from Argentina, South Africa, and everywhere around the world with leading tech companies worldwide. So if your team is looking to hire world-class South American, South African, or any type of talent, head over to globaltalent.co and see how we can help. And without further ado, today we'll be talking with Alexei Bezzubov, the Chief Marketing Officer at FISSURE Studio. So this is an international company that organizes and covers esports events, whose specialty is producing and hosting major tournaments and live broadcasts for games like Counter-Strike 2, Defense of the Agents, and even Mobile Legends. So it's a pleasure to have you here, Alex. How are you doing?
I'm pretty fine. We have hot weather here today in Belgrade. So let's start our topics conversation, I guess. Well, I don't know if they will be as hot as the weather outside, but we shall see.
Hopefully not as hot as the weather, even though I'm in Argentina, so we're in opposite stations right now, and opposite what's it called? I'm in winter, you're in summer, so it's funny to me that I'm meeting all these people that are in the middle
what
of
is
summer.
like average temperature?
Well, I'm 100% certain that our winters don't get as cold as yours. So this is about 4 degrees Celsius, 5 degrees Celsius. On a good day, on a good day like today, it's 14 degrees Celsius. So I'll probably go skate at the park later or something like that, just to make sure we make the best of the sun, because it leaves for a while.
14 degrees sounds like spring, not like winter.
Well, we are close to getting to spring, so hopefully that'll be the main and the average weather during that season. So, Alex, just so that we can get the audience a bit more in context, so they get to know you a bit better, would you be able to tell us about yourself and even about what FISSURE Studios does or how it came to be?
In my time, like there were no esports. Like when I graduated from the university, like esports were like a new thing. It was like in 2005, I guess, or something.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, I work on like I can say that like I was working on a normal job. I was like a producer on a local TV station. And if you are familiar with those talent shows like X Factor, so you see American Idol. So yeah, in Ukraine we have the same shows, but they were like Ukrainian oriented. But the same names, all talent shows. And then like 2014, we had like the second Maidan, all these riots and all this political situation in the country. So like there was no need for the talent shows, obviously, when like you have riots on the streets. And then I was starting to think, what else can I do? And as I was always a gamer, like, from Mario till now. So yeah, I thought like, hey guys, maybe I should start looking into the esports, like, and that's that's about it. So yeah, I was looking for possibilities, and we had like local tournaments. I started to do some broadcasts, etc., and then like it grows over and over, and like I ended like in marketing, because my first. So when I graduated, I was like my profession was sociology. So like similar to marketing, and I like had lots of courses. So yeah, I had to read a couple of books more here and there. But in the end, like marketing is always a marketing. Like in esports, in consumer marketing, whatever. Like the principles are the same. So it was not that hard for me. Yeah, there are some specifics. We will talk about them later. But in general, like it was no big deal for me. So. Yeah, I like started working in sports like I don't know 7 years ago, and like here I am. Yeah. So if we're talking about the FISSURE, so we are a tournament operator, and not only the studio. So like studios are typically doing the broadcast. So we like you have something to broadcast, and you do the broadcast. We like a little bit more, like not a little bit. Bigger than just a studio because we organize our own tournaments. So we invite team, we provide travel support for them, we organize all these venues, we bring people, we organize broadcasts on all the different languages and so on. Well, so that's about like in general.
And Alex, how many people do you get to come to the tournaments you guys set up? Does it depend on the game? I imagine it must.
It's so yeah. There are like two main I say things. First of all, it is the game. Obviously, like Counter-Strike is more popular like than some Mobile Legends, and this is also depends on the region. So because like for example, if you're talking about like the Asian region, so then it's reverse. For example, mobile games, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang will be more popular there than the Counter-Strike. But with the introduction of these huge teams from Asia, like Tailu or Mongols, they recently won the EWC. So the popularity of CS:GO. I'm still like 5 years ago. Yeah. So yeah. Old guy. Can't remember new tricks. Old dog. Yeah, it depends. It heavily depends on the region. In Europe, in general, CS is more popular than the other. Let's say than the League of Legends, for example. Yeah, Dota is also popular, but not that not on that high scale. For example, in like Russia, let's say Dota is more popular than in Europe. I guess that's the question.
I understand. And do you guys handle or create tournaments for games other than Counter-Strike, Defense of the Asians, or Mobile Legends? Like, do you accept other types of games?
The commercial rights for the Dota and for CS are, I can say that like they are free for everyone. But Valve has this policy that like almost everyone can do the tournament in Dota or in CS. So, and they are not mind that you are bringing your experience, bringing your vision, and like sharing it with community. Other other guys, like for example, Riot Games or let's say Bethesda or I don't know, Ubisoft. Yeah, so they for example, Capcom. So they have another policy. They prefer to organize tournaments by themselves. So basically, we can do a tournament in any game. It is no problem. Like we know how to do it, and we can do it. But it depends on: do you have like rights and license from this not organizer, like from the company that is originally made the game. So that's why tournament like EWC, they're like pretty huge, and like they take lots of time to bring everything together, because like there are lots of different things that like this a company wants, and they don't want to be other games like they are competing. Like for example, some mobile games are like competing. For example, Clash of Royale and Mobile Legend, etc., etc. So yeah, it heavily depends on like, do you have permission to do like tournaments or not? Basically, Valve are not asking some huge money or whatever. They ask like, in the end, I think they ask nothing. So yeah, there are like some restrictions, but like they're not that huge. So you can use the IP like almost however you want. So that's why it is easy to make tournaments in CS and Dota. Yeah, and also we have connection with obviously some mobile games. Yeah, but I guess that's it. So.
Okay, I understand. I didn't know that there was this issue with the IPs and the rights that the games allow.
Yeah, you know why? Because lots of companies started to think about esports like another point of marketing for their games. So they use esports like to sell more games, to attract more viewers, to attract more players. And this is the part of their strategy. And at one moment in time, like almost any game, we were aiming like we will be esports. We will have this competition. We will have that competition. We will have like whole season announced ahead the game release. Because esports is like getting more and more popular. So the guys from different companies think that they can use this esport thing to have like more and more players to get involved in their games. And I think this was the main problem for the Overwatch disaster, I say, because
okay,
a huge and interesting game by Blizzard, but they aimed to do huge leagues, esports, and like the community was not developed
enough.
They were not developed like a big, strong community like it was like in CS or Dota. It was like, I don't know, a year of a game or maybe even less, and they already started to make some leagues, to make some competitions, and that's why I think like one of the problems, they ruined the game. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know the Overwatch disaster. That's crazy. They started making esports before the game even had a year out. That's crazy. Okay. Now, and when you mentioned Clash Royale, and my ears stood up because, like, I was playing Clash Royale before getting in the call. It's like that's such a nice game. I'd love to see a tournament of that. But okay, coming back to like the topic of the podcast per se, Alex, what do you think is the biggest misconception traditional brands could have about trying to market to gamers per se?
I think that like not the biggest misconception, but like maybe this is misconception, I don't know, but in general, the global brands are not treating their esports like a new opportunity for their advertisements. So like if we take like esport in general, in overall, so there are more partners, like the most of the partners, or like the biggest share of income esport receives from the betting companies. Like, I don't know, about a month ago or so, even Riot had like this new statement that they are willing to accept and to introduce the betting to their fans. Because like betting are like, they're understanding like, hey, we have a profit here. We have like something to do with this audience. We can monetize them. And like a lot of like of brands like car brands or FMCG brands, like they don't like think about esports like as a opportunity to introduce their products to new audience. And this is so strange for me. I don't know. Like for example, we have like here and there integration like in Coca-Cola, Red Bull, but like there are like not the consistent. Like if we take, for example, I don't know, big sports, for example, NFL, NBA, other leagues, like lots of different partners are there, like, and everyone is there, like mobiles, like food, like insurance, and you name them. I don't know, beer. So, and we didn't see that much partners here in esports, but this audience is like very, like I say, very understandable for their partners, because like we have like 90% men, 95, 90% men, yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Age, like, let's say from 18 to 35. I can say that, yeah, there are like mobile gamers and their age are not like 18. Maybe they start playing games earlier, but like lots of restrictions on the advertisement. I don't know, Google, okay, lots of companies, and they do not allow you to like target on like, let's say, low age audience, like 10 years, 18 years, no, from 18 years. So our audience is from 18, let's say, like till 35 till 40. So we have our audience. We know that they are all men. They play games. So what do every man need for at least shave their beard? Yeah. So why don't we have like I don't know, Gillette or some other brands here in sports, or like I don't know, we also like need a shampoo, or some like Axe,
like deodorant or stuff that men use.
Yeah, so like opportunities are like endless. So hey guys, come here.
But Alex, you do get brand sponsors, right? Like you mentioned Red Bull or maybe Monster, I believe.
Yeah. So like we like currently like we are in some negotiations with both of these brands. I don't know, will we figure something out or not? But if we are talking about like, let's say about Red Bull, they already have lots of teams they are partnering with in esports. So so like and like from all the brands, Red Bull are like, for me, is like more wise guys, because like they started their brand and the promotion of their brand from like extreme games, and like they are looking for those like niche, let's say, audiences.
Exactly.
So they will do great. I'm 100% sure.
And Alex, how are you able to make Fissure's gaming tournament and what Fissure does something that creates an appetite to the brands, and how do you get maximum value for your sponsors in your tournaments?
So the trick is like if we are comparing broadcasts like in Twitch, YouTube, Kick, whatever platform you take, and with the traditional TV TV shows, broadcast, whatever. So here in sports, we have more opportunities for the brand integrations, and we more like close to the audience. What do I mean? Like if you are watching TV, let's say, so and there is like a late night show or something, or TV series or news program, you can just watch, and that's it. After you watch your program, you have your 5 minutes of advertisement block, and that's it. Here, because of introduction of all these streaming platforms, you, I mean, like not streaming like Netflix, but streaming like Twitch,
like Twitch.
So you as a viewer can like directly say something to the broadcast. Like you have chat and you can put
when the chat's
so like you are watching the broadcast and you have like direct connection. So, and trick for the tournament organizer to keep illusion or not illusion, to keep this thing going. So you are available for us. We are like talking with you. We are like listening to your opinion. So this is the first one. So any viewer can reach to us in any given moment during the broadcast, and you don't have it in the old TV program, old TV. I don't know how we say TV broadcast or TV network.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're mentioning. Like in old TV shows, you didn't have this this back and forth conversation that not letting the chat die allows, because that is a feeling. It's super cool. Like I watch live streams. Like I'm into Pokemon. I'm into Fortnite. I'm into a whole bunch of stuff, and I've seen those tournaments, and it's so crazy how the chat is always on fire. It's like everybody's talking and everybody has to acknowledge that the chat is there because it's a new character in the whole scene. It's like, and it doesn't even have to be gaming. It's with these influencers like Kaisenat or I Show Speed that are always just live streaming everywhere. That's crazy. That's crazy. But then you provide value to the brands like via the chat, because that means if you were to place an advertisement there, everybody would click it, and that would take traffic to their website.
Yeah,
is that
this is
something
like
that you prefer not to do?
one of the two. Yeah. So and on the other end, we don't have only the chat. We have other opportunities to introduce brands to our audience. And like if we are like one more comparing TV to the broadcast, like they have like 1, 2, 3 possibilities of integration. They have their like TV ad, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 40 seconds, and like sometimes they have like those lower thirds. So during our broadcast, we have like much more. We have more tools, and like they're more like engaged. They're more interesting for the audience. So like if we are thinking about advertising tools like a Touchpoints, so we have like about, well, let's say more than 10 touch points in during the broadcast. It can maybe sometimes go up to 20. So, and more touch points with your audience, then more engaged they will be, and like they will receive more information about your product. So, like this is the just about how many integrations and how interesting are they for the audience. So I say this is the biggest opportunity for the brand, and like the biggest difference between old way of advertisement, like via the TV broadcasts, and like the new way through the streams.
No, and now that you're talking to me about all this, like I'm seeing a different picture than the one I had in mind before, because it is true. It's like in your tournaments, it's most probably going to be 90% men who attend these events or who participate, and and you got to get the right brands on board. It's like I imagine at one point it might get to the fact that, I don't know, Calvin Klein might release a fragrance for gamers, and it'll be this whole ad for gaming that they'll show in an esports tournament that gives that audience the importance it deserves, because it really is a big chunk of market that I feel nobody is actually taking that much into account, and maybe brands haven't seen this yet. But as you mentioned, like Red Bull and Monster, they always love to be pioneers in these new movements because they started pioneering their own esports, their own extreme sports. So I get that. Alex, have you felt that the shift nowadays, as you mentioned, with the chat and these streaming platforms, has that caused you to implement a marketing strategy that differs to the one that you had before, per se? As you're mentioning now, you have like 10 touch points within the time of the e-tournament, but like, in what you used to do before those platforms and now, is there a difference?
Well, there is always a difference in like time for space for improvement. But in general, I don't think that we are doing like two like completely different than, for example, guys in marketing did 50 years ago. Just the tools are changing, and like the opportunities are like also changing. For example, let's say it was like a huge channel of advertisement through the email, through the mails. Okay. Then it changed to the emails. Then it evolved in something different, and for a marketing perspective, it is always your job to find all these channels and to collect them in one like big bubble, I don't know, and like put this big bubble on the head of your consumer.
Okay.
The marketing system hasn't changed, but tools are always evolving and changing. So yeah, I guess that's the answer.
Okay, no, for sure. And how have you managed to scale an authentic community and generate engagement across different gaming titles? I imagine it's not the same community and it must be segmented by the game. But is there like, I don't know, a main Fissure audience that you know is always going to be seeing these tournaments and stuff?
Good question, because I'm not seeing that lots of tournament operators actually working with their audience. So our main goal was to, as you said, to establish and to make our, like, let's say, Fissure audience, like a core audience. So as soon as you have your core, then this core will go to different directions and will say, hey guys, this is cool thing, this is real stuff. Because if we are talking in general, the population of our planet Earth are like conform. Lots of people are conform. What do I mean conform? It's like they don't like changes. And when, for example, this Marvel and geek culture, no one was going and watching those like TV movie, like those movies, like those superhero things. But time passed, and those geek community, they were gathering their games cons, one movie here, one movie there, like Spider-Man, another Spider-Man, Batman, etc., etc., etc. And in the end, they established this like big push, and they explained to the mass audience that, hey guys, those superhero movies are really cool. There are lots of effects, and like it is really nice to watch how Captain America fights Thanos. So, and after that, we came to this Marvel universe, and everyone like every movie was like $1 billion worth. So that is, and that was and still is our main focus here. So we are aiming to gather all our audience like in one, like let's say, core group, and then we are like in future, if it will like be as we are planning, it will be great. But for now, we are on the way to make this group even bigger. So what do? We actually, let's say, it is obvious, but not everyone is doing this. We are talking to them. So talking. We have chat, for example, on during our broadcast. And hey guys, how are you? And we have like community manager. They are not like just moderators in chat. They ban, hey, ban, like rude word or like spoiler, you ban. No. We are talking with them. So we are explaining them our point of view. We're discussing with them some different objects, some different teams or whatever. And like we're doing this work for about a year and a half. And we really see the changes. So, as you know, like everyone knows, the Dota community is very, very toxic. But
yes, I've heard it.
Yeah, it is completely. It is very, very, very hard to play the game, especially when you're losing. And like all those guys that are playing Dota, they prefer like to rage and to scream on each other. So here in our like broadcasts, we made this culture that everyone is grateful for each other, and everyone like is calm, chill, and they like just talk like a normal person. And this, I think, is a huge win for us, and we're continue to doing this. And I think this will convert more and more loyal people to our brand. Like for example, let's say 5 years ago, we had just viewers on our broadcast. Now, those viewers are not only the viewers; they are like our partners. Like 5 years ago, it was like unbelievable to think that they would subscribe, like or follow your channel. Not follow, just subscribe. I mean, like you pay the like money for the subscription. So
Okay.
like 0 of those subscriptions. Now we have more and more of them. So people deliberately come here like to chat with us, to see what we think about something, and like they even willing to pay money to watch our broadcast. But our broadcasts are like free for everyone anyway. They are supporting us through these donations. So yeah, I think we did a great job here, and it will help us in the future.
I love the fact that you guys acknowledge the fact that some gaming communities are more toxic than others, and that you're actually doing something to help make the environment a bit better. Because I have been in gaming squads where if I lose, my teammate starts raging on me, or if they lose, I can hear how the remote banged against the wall. And it's like, I know we're feeling a lot of stuff, guys, but we got to chill out. No, totally true. And Alex, as you were telling me the story as well, I couldn't help but wonder, I understand that the streaming is free, that the tournaments are free for viewers to access. And how do you guys actually monetize and measure a return of investment in these marketing campaigns?
That is very easy. So we have partners. So
okay.
Yeah. So and like let's put it like this: we have audience, and there are some partners that are some companies that are interested in this audience, like 90% men from 18 to 35. So
I love that demographic.
Yeah. and they come to us and, hey guys, we are interested in your audience. We're like, hey bro, let's go, let's do something together, be our partner. We have like those types of advertisement tool. We have this and that options. Just here the cost, and that's it. Like economic is like the same as any other major sport league or whatever. So like let's say NFL, they have like their audience. They have audience, and like this audience is interested to lots of companies. They like negotiate with NFL some deals, advertisement, or about selling their opportunity to broadcast to other languages, whatever. So like the same happens here.
Okay. No, I was wondering if there was at least, or if there maybe was something different due to the fact that it's gaming. But I understand that it should and will probably work similarly to other sports as they have all of the time.
As you said this, I just remember that there are a little bit different. Remember we talked about the gaming companies and those gaming companies like developing their games. So sometimes, but only sometimes, when the game is fresh and they would like to use esport as an advertisement tool, so they came and say, hey guys, we have this budget, so this amount of money, can you do a league or tournament for us? So in this way, we have like a little bit difference. Yeah, the IP holder just gives us money for doing like some kind of tournament. So yeah, this happened, but in the global esport, like in huge sports, I mean like Dota, CSGO, like League of Legends, this is not the case.
Okay. No, and I understand that maybe Dota, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, they maybe don't need the branding and the marketing through the tournaments, and they just let you use their games for free. But I was gonna ask, like, if that had ever happened, if a game that was rising had ever reached out to you guys to see if you could maybe market them. But I do understand that. Okay. And do you feel like you have an issue, or you have to try and balance like your brand consistency while moving between different games as Fissure, and maybe accepting different brands if they come and ask to be your sponsor? Like, do you have to maintain a balance with what Fissure represents?
There is also a problem with the balance, like how many logos, for example, you put of your brand on the broadcast, and how many voice messages about your company or your partner you're doing. So this is always an issue, and you have to work very closely with all partners and with your brand as a partner also. So I say that consistency is the same between different IPs like Dota, CS, or mobile, whatever. But there is a problem that you have to pay attention to this, like how many advertisement blocks you have about your brand or your partner's brand, because it is not always good to have 100,000 advertisement messages through the broadcast. So audience is not stupid. If you will start push them with more and more advertisement, at one day they will say, "Hey guys, we are tired." For example, now we switched from streaming to Twitch, so we changed Twitch to Kick, and the first response from the audience were like, "Hey guys, this platform is free from advertisements, so many Twitch ads, we are tired of them, so that's great that Kick don't have those many things, and we can't affect how many advertisement from Twitch people are watching during our broadcast, directly, because there are here and there banners that we are not can do something with them." So
Okay. Wow. So the switch from Twitch to Kick was accepted positively by the audience. They were happy.
Unfortunately, we lost some part of audience because some, as I say, people are very conform and they don't used to changes. So we lost some of audience, but we will gain new. It happens, but in general, the changes are positive.
Okay, no, I love to hear that, because me personally, I was thinking about starting to stream on Kick, and I was between Twitch and Kick because I just want to. These new games are coming out, and I want to try to stream them. But it's nice that people are liking Kick, because I haven't had the opportunity to use it, and it looks very interesting because it seems like a better option than Twitch. That is a little bit oversaturated at the moment, I believe.
Yeah. Well, in general, you can there are lots of tools that will allow you to stream whatever you want, at 4 or 5 platforms simultaneously.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can stream Kick, Twitch, YouTube at the same time. For us, this is not just working because we wanted to focus, for example, at this period of time completely on Kick. So that's why we have exclusivity there, and we are not using, for example, YouTube or Twitch to share our broadcast there.
Okay, so cool. So you guys are committed to Kick. Nice. Congratulations. And Alex, this is the last question because we're almost at time now, and I know you're almost at the end of your day. If you had to give one piece of advice to a CMO entering the esports marketing space or industry, what would it be?
You have to have a good sales unit. So because they will bring you lots of partners, and you will be working with them. Without partners, it is very hard to do something. And esports, but not only in esports, everywhere. You need your budget. So this is the first advice, and the second advice: since once you get your budget, spend it.
Don't just save it.
Don't save it. Put everything into the work. Yeah.
Okay. I love that, and that seems very logical and very wise, because my dad always says, don't let the money stand still. Don't let it in your bank account. You got to make it move, and you got to make it work for you. And that's a good way. Just reinvest it in the same business, and that way it keeps on growing. So amazing. And Alex, I would love to give you the space before we finish the episode to just let the audience know if a brand is hearing this and they'd love to sponsor you guys, or if you're just a person that wants to check out a tournament, how could they access FISSURE? How can they get to see something?
So guys, if you're interested in some kind of cooperation, just use our website, FISSURE.pro or just contact us in LinkedIn and we will figure out something.
Awesome. And if you're also a user that just wants to check out a tournament, we can see you guys via Kick if we look for Fissure in Kick.
Yeah, sure. Like you can use Kick, you can use like Wikipedia, and there are like if our tournament is going on, like just check Wikipedia page. There will be all our tournaments available. So yeah.
Awesome. Then you have heard the directions, people. Everybody then now knows that we can go to FISSURE.pro if we want to check out what these guys are doing. Thank you so much for tuning into the episode, and make sure that if you liked what you heard today, you press subscribe, and that you're ready to hear many more guests that we will have on the show. So without further ado, thank you so much, Alex, for being here. It was a pleasure.
Ciao.
Ciao.